Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together for the host of Brant TV, Mr. Anderson.
Oh, hi everyone. It's me, Mr. Anderson. Today I'm the host of Brant TV, and I see we have a whole bunch of people that have joined us today. So I just want to give a hello to a bunch of our students out there that are watching. And we have a whole bunch of exciting guests lined up for you today. I think you're going to really like this. So let me just do one thing here. We're going to click on this and watch this. Oh, fancy. Yes. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if anyone, I see a whole bunch of people saying hi. I just want to check. Did Maria? Yes, Maria, you got on. Excellent. I'm glad you got the link. And hello there. It looks like maybe Rhea or Owen's here. And hello to Jackson McGladry. And hello to Manasi. And hey, the Binkle boys are here. Hello, gentlemen. And Luke Sini. Hello. Mackenzie and Maeve, hello there. Look at all these people. This is awesome. Adit, hi. Angelo, Harnur. This is awesome. Great to see everyone here for our episode number 2. I think you're going to be really impressed with today's Brant TV live show. We have some pretty fun things going on. Hello, Kayla and Ali. And look at all these people pouring in. Mrs. Pie Clifford's watching. And hello, Riley. And, oh, yeah, this is awesome. Layla and Brooklyn, hello. And Mrs. Hessler. This is fantastic, everyone. It's really nice to see everyone joining us today. Joe Wiggins is here. That's awesome. Hey, look at special there. Gabe Burke. How's it going, Gabe? Hi, Mr. Anderson. Hello back to you, Gabe. Yes. So if you have any questions for any of our guests or any comments that you'd like to see on the screen, oh, hello there. You can type it in. Oh, and Owen. Hello, Owen. How's it going? And Elliot McGregor. How's it going? This is very exciting times, folks. So without further ado, our first guest today, you know her. She is one of our resource teachers. She is a very, very nice person, and you've probably seen her around the school. Please put your hands together for Miss Gojmarak. Also, her nickname around the staff is the Goj. So welcome to the Goj.
Hi, Mr. Anderson. Hi, Brant Bears. Nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
Hey, I'm still working on my audio. You get started though.
Sure. I just wanted to, well, thank you for inviting me on, and I wanted to share a little bit of what I've been up to, something I'm excited for this weekend. But first of all, I wanted to say I'm thanking everyone at home, and I hope you're doing really, really well. And one of the things that I'm doing this weekend that really is exciting to me is I'm going to be planting my kale plants. This is one of the weekends. It's a long weekend, so it's a time to be doing that. And if you've ever been in my class before, or maybe in grade 6, some graduated students, one of the things I always loved to do was make green smoothies. So I would do that with my class. So I'm going to be enjoying one very soon. So it looks green, and it's very healthy for you. It has lots of kale in it, and some oat milk and a banana, and it's very tasty, and it really helps me feel great to eat healthy food during the day when I'm doing my work, and it's very enjoyable.
And Ms. Gojmarak, I wonder if there's any, our audience that's watching, does anyone have any things that they ever try putting in their smoothies?
Oh,
I wonder if
yes.
people could comment on that.
Mm.
And
I've
Miss
seen.
Gojmarak, you're getting a bunch of kids saying hello.
Oh, that's so nice. I see them there. Hello, everyone. I see Maria. Oh, that's very nice. Lots of people encouraging me about my smoothie, because sometimes when you see it, the first thing is like, ooh, green. But it's actually, if you give it a chance, it's really tasty and good for you. So thanks for encouraging me there. It's nice to
Yeah.
see. Oh, maybe I could put some strawberries in my smoothie. I see some. That's a new idea. Oh, cherries. That sounds good too.
Bananas. Yeah.
Yes. Mm.
Oh, sorry. Ooh. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
So
that's good too.
that's Declan.
Yes.
They plant kale for salad, but not smoothies.
Mm.
And I'm pretty sure this is Sydney Forrester. Bananas, strawberries, raspberry, and yogurt. Mm.
Lots of healthy things I'm seeing there.
Yeah, and then some other things that. Oh, here we go. We've got raspberries, blueberries, and spinach. Wow.
Mm.
Mrs. Pie Clifford likes mango and banana.
Mm. Lots of variety.
Oh, yeah, a
I have
ton.
lots of new ideas now.
Awesome. Ms. Gojmarak, thanks so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
And how are you doing overall during this time?
Well, I'm filling my days with lots of things that I enjoy as well, so that really helps me. Reading and getting to talk to people online is really great. So, and I feel very supported, and I have a nice network of people around me. So I'm feeling really, really great. Of course, I miss everyone, but we're getting to interact here, which is just awesome.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm going to bring on our next guest. I'm going to say bye to Ms. Gojmarak, and thank you for the healthy smoothie ideas. And hold on one second. Joe Wiggins said in his smoothie he put steak, burger, and fries. Oh, Joe, that sounds delicious, doesn't it? I don't know how it would go so well in the blender, but yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, our next guest, you know her from Room 7. She is a really nice person as well, and she has some special guests with her today. So she is outside right now, and there was a bit of wind earlier, but I still think you're going to be able to hear. Please put your hands together for Miss Pelvin.
Hi, guys. Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. How's it going?
Good. Okay, so today I'm live in the goat field, as you can see behind me, and I think that while we're chatting, you're going to see a whole bunch of interesting and funny things going on behind me. And so it's okay to be distracted. This is a place where it's okay to be distracted. There's going to be headbutting and all kinds of sounds. You can still hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Great. Just one of your goats just bumped the other one. Are they mad
Yes.
at each other, or are they just playing?
They're just playing. So goats, when they see each other in the field, even if they've seen each other all day, they give each other like a fist bump with their head. They're like, hey, buddy. But also they like to make sure they know who's the boss around here. So this chocolate brown goat, she's the boss. So she'll tell everybody this is my space right now and give them a gentle headbutt and get them off. So anyway.
And do you have, do your goats have names?
They all have names. I'll get into that at the end if you want.
Okay, cool.
They have all kinds of funny names. So it's okay to be distracted here, though, and the funny noises are not coming from me. It's all from the goats, just to be clear. So first of all, I just wanted to say I am so thankful for our school, and I am so thankful to be a Brant bear, aren't you guys? Because this is a great time to be a bear. And I really enjoyed last week's episode of Brant TV. I learned so much, and it helped me to ask some questions of myself about what I was doing to stay healthy. And like you guys, I'm learning a whole lot of things online and working really hard. And sometimes my mind can feel full, and somebody's eating my hood right now. My mind can feel really full, and so it's nice to have a distraction outside of the house. And so sometimes I need to take a break, let that new information settle in. And so for me, when I work hard, my break is getting outside, getting fresh air, and I love to be around the animals, even if they try to eat my hair and give me a haircut. So, here on the farm, we have farm animals to enjoy, but maybe at home you guys have some special pets, maybe even a favorite stuffy that you like to be with and makes you happy. So yours might be a little different than farm animals and hopefully less stinky and doesn't give you a haircut, but they might have some things in common. So the things they might have in common is that we feel really happy around these things. So there's some more headbutting going on behind me. Goats can be a lot of fun to be around, just like your special things at home. They do take a lot of time to care for, to make sure that they're healthy and happy in their own special way. And so it does take time to do that. Goats can also be really friendly, like dogs. And so it's really important that we're around them all the time and petting them and treating them really gently and just being really kind and gentle with our animals. So they love their scratches and snuggles, just like a dog does. And they're also really curious. As you can see, I'm standing in a new spot now than I was before, and suddenly that's all exciting. So they have a lot of play structures around the field, and we move those around every day so that it seems new and exciting every time we move them, because they're really curious and they want to see what's going on in their world. They're really good climbers, so I don't know if you can see behind me, but we have to have really tall fences so they don't get out, so that they're safe in this area. And we need to keep really tall fences because they can jump about 6 feet just from standing on the ground. They can jump up to about here just very, very quickly. So we need to make sure we have good tall fences. They have really good hearing and good sense of smell, and so it's really hard to surprise a goat or to scare a goat because they really see in panoramic vision. They have rectangular shaped pupils in their eyes that help them to see all the way around their body except for behind them. But we do have a family of fainting goats. Actually, this is our fainting goat right here. And so if she hears something funny, even a sneeze from another goat, she stiffens up, she tips over, and she's awake. She can hear what's going on. She's fine. She feels fine. And it takes her a couple minutes and she stands back up again. This is her sister, so another fainting goat as well. But that I think can be entertainment for some people. I always feel really bad for them when they tip over, but they're fine and happy. Just one of the things that happens with them. I think what I love most about goats, they remind you to be in the moment. They don't worry about what happened beforehand. They certainly don't worry about what's going to come next. They're just here playing, enjoying what's going on right in the moment. And I think that's what I really like about them. They help us to be right here in the moment. And yeah, I think that's what I like about them. Hopefully your things at home are a little less stinky than these guys, but yeah, these make me happy. So thanks for letting me share my goats. And let's see who we have here. This is Violet. Violet is just the sweetest, gentlest little goat. And so she used to be carried around as a baby with my daughter to do all the farm chores. And so she's quite used to people. And then let's see if we can get some up here. This is Twinkle Twinkle because she is a little star, because that's her mom's star. And so they look a lot alike. So it's Twinkle Twinkle and Little Star. We have all kinds of really goofy names here.
The fainting goat, what is its name?
So we have 3. Let's see who's around us. So Vivian or Violet was right here with us. Pamela Ding Dong is the other one. I think you know where that comes from. Yep, and their mom is Mama Brown because she was our first mama goat and she's brown. So we were very creative with that name.
And Miss Withers, you might remember, she says goat cheese is great. Do you milk them?
We do milk them. So this was our practice. So last year we started milking our goats so that we could be sustainable here on the farm. And the goats are very friendly and used to being around us. So it's not a stressful time for them. It's a very enjoyable, personal time for them. So we milk them. We can make soaps and lotions and things like that. And actually goat's milk is drank around the world more than cow's milk. Far more popular. Yeah.
Can I ask, maybe I missed it, but the brown one behind you that's pumping everyone, what's its name again?
That's Mama Brown. She is the leader of the pack. That's Mama Brown. Yep. If there's food, she's going to be the first one at it. And that's just a very normal, very healthy goat behavior. So amongst humans, that's very different. But for goats, that's a very healthy behavior that they know who's in charge. She's going to keep them safe too in the field. So when they're out in the field behind me, she's the one who's most watchful. She's going to see what's going on around her, and she's going to warn them that if anything's coming that they need to be afraid of. So she's actually really helpful that she does that. It's a really good behavior for her.
Wow.
Any other questions?
This is awesome. Well, Cushbeer says, your goats are cute. Love them.
Thanks,
there's,
Cushbeer.
Jackson McGladry says, cool. Yeah.
Thanks, Jackson.
Yeah. So
thank you so much for letting me share them. They make me very happy. And there's some sheep. I don't know if they've passed in camera view here, but there are two sheep who are very calm and gentle and very, very different personalities than a goat. But they're as enjoyable to be around. They're just a little more quiet and calm.
Well, this has turned out to be not a bad interview at all. I would say it's been quite good. Listen, always a pleasure, Ms. Sullivan. Thanks for joining us today on Brant TV.
Thanks very much for having me.
All right, see ya. Okay, everybody. That was really exciting. I don't know about you, but I didn't know that much about goats, so that was fun. And thank you, Declan, for you appreciated my bad joke. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next guest coming on. You may know her down from room number 5. Her name is Mrs. Anderson, but she's not related to me. Here she is, Mrs. Anderson on Brant TV. Hello, Mrs. Anderson.
Hi, Mr. Anderson. Hi, Brant Bears. Nice to be with you guys today. That was so cool to learn about smoothies and goats so far. Awesome. Can you hear me, Mr. Anderson?
My audio is just taking a second to click in. It'll show up. If you want to get started, I'll let you know when I can hear you. Sorry.
All right. So we've been invited to share things that we're doing at home, and Mrs. Pelvin showed you a cool thing that she's doing outside, and I'm going to tell you about something I've been doing inside. I've been cleaning my closets out, and I know that doesn't sound very exciting, but I've actually been surprised by that because I didn't actually think it would be that exciting. And then as I started going through boxes and sorting things, I started finding things that I hadn't seen for a long time. And it was almost like they were like little treasures that I was seeing as I opened up these boxes. And that's been fun because those little treasures kind of take me back in my mind to memories of friends that I used to hang out with, or what I looked like when I was younger. And I wanted to share some of those treasures with you guys today. Can you hear me yet, Mr. Anderson?
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can the kids hear me?
Can the audience hear Mrs. Anderson? Mrs. Anderson, I'm going to take you out of the stream and bring you back in for a quick sec, okay? Sorry. Okay. Sorry, folks, a little technical glitch.
I think I'm reading.
I saw here. Yes, we can hear you. So, Mrs. Anderson, the audience can hear you. I can't.
Okay.
Little technical challenge with Brant TV. So why don't you go ahead?
All right. I'm going to show you some treasures that I've discovered in my boxes, okay, that have brought me a little joy. I'm a grade 1 teacher at Brant, and I found, let me see, I found a picture of myself when I was in grade 1. Isn't it fun to look and see what we looked like when we were younger and at different stages in our lives? And I also found a t-shirt that I used to wear when I was in grade 1. My mom saved this for me. We weren't allowed to have pets, but you know, the next best thing to having a pet is wearing one, I guess. So this was my favorite shirt and I wore it all the time. I kind of had a thing for collecting t-shirts, and I found this in my box of things. The Dukes of Hazzard. I wore this one when I was a little bit older. Possibly kids might not have seen this TV show, but maybe your mom or dad saw this show. My sister had a bit of a crush on Luke Duke, and I had a bit of a crush on Bo Duke, I must admit. One of the fun things about looking through old boxes and treasures is sometimes coming across awards that you've won. And this was an award that I was quite proud of. It's a little wooden medallion that I won for taking the polar plunge or a morning dip every morning at camp, which was an overnight camp before breakfast time in the chilly lake. And I did that every day. Another award I won, and I got this bag, which, you know, might not seem that exciting to win a bag, but it's kind of more about what it represents, right? I went to James McQueen School in Fergus, and I was in grade 6, and they had a contest. They had 50 birds posted all over the school, and you had 2 weeks to see how many you could name. Guess who won the contest? This gal right here. Yeah. Bird brain right here. A couple more things to show you in my treasure box. Mr. Anderson can't hear me, and I was asking him what his first job was. It's fun to look back and think about different responsibilities you've had in your life. This was my first job, my pin from my first job. I worked at Big V, which is now Shoppers Drug Mart. My driver's license, my first driver's license. That was so exciting. You'll see Mrs. Anderson has very big hair there to match my big smile because I was so excited to learn to drive and get to drive all by myself. Look at this shelf. I made this. In grade 8, we took a class called Shop or Industrial Arts, which had saws and hammers and tools. This is a little shelf that you can put on your wall, like that. Put your little things on top. I was very proud of this.
Mrs. Anderson,
yes,
sorry, I still can't hear you. There's an audio problem, but I understand that you asked me what my first job was. I'm doing my best at lip reading, but yes, I remember you told me you worked at Big V. Well, one of my first jobs is I was a security guard for a pumpkin patch, and I walked around at night with a flashlight and a jacket that said security, and I was a gourd guard.
Ooh, a gourd guard. That's unique. Yeah, nice one. The last thing I'm going to show you is a special little musical instrument that my sister one year at Christmas gave us. And it's quite a unique instrument. I'm not sure that many of you, if any of you, have ever seen this special instrument I'm about to show you. But as a family, we always like to make music together. And since finding this, my husband and my kids now, I think, are really happy that I found it because I've been making all kinds of music at home now. This magical musical instrument is called a nose flute. And I must say, when my sister gave it to us, you know, my brothers and sisters had kind of a hard time learning how to play it, but I kind of took a bit of a knack to it. And when I watched Mrs. Pye Clifford last week doing Spider-Man on the ukulele, I got inspired, and I thought maybe if I practiced that song, Mrs. Pye Clifford and I could work together when we're back together to kind of do a little duet or something. So I know Mrs. Pye Clifford's here today, so I'm kind of taking this opportunity to do a little audition for Mrs. Pye Clifford with a Spider-Man song. It's not necessarily the most beautiful looking instrument, kind of gives your nose a little boost, but you breathe with your nose through there and your mouth breathes out through there. So you got to make sure you've blown your nose before playing, but let's give it a go. Mrs. Pye Clifford, you be listening. Okay. There you go. Let me know what you think, Mrs. Pye Clifford. Let me know what you think. Yeah. All right, Mr. Anderson, that's what I've got here today. Those are my treasures. Those are my gifts to share. I'm sorry, I can't hear you now. I can't hear you. Boys and girls, can you hear Mrs. Anderson speaking? Can you hear Mr. Anderson speaking? It does sound a little bit like, yeah, some screaming. They can't hear Mr. Anderson, yeah.
Hi there. Can you hear me now? You can? You can? Oh, fantastic. Brant TV viewers, thanks so much for your patience as we work through that little glitch. Yeah, great. Listen, I didn't get a chance to hear Mrs. Anderson. I'm really disappointed, but I'm going to go back because all of our Brant TV episodes get recorded and we can go back and watch them later. So without further ado, our next special guest, you know him and love him, from room 9, we have Mr. Graham coming on.
Hi guys, how we doing?
Hello, Mr. Graham. How's it
I'm
going?
going to put this. I'm doing well. I'm going to put this on just for you.
Wow, that's
There we
something.
go. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so how we doing? How's everybody doing? I don't know if I can beat the nose flute or the goats, so I'm just going to try my best. Before we begin, I just want to say I miss everybody, and I hope that everybody's doing well. It's very important that we try and figure out how to work through this, and it's a new learning experience for us all. And I think that this TV episode is probably shows us how much we get to learn by just learning.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. So, what would you like to talk about?
Well, I'm interested, Mr. Graham. What's up with you? What's been going on lately?
Well, we're doing a lot of things here. I've got something for episode 3, but I want to do something for episode 2, which is I plant a lot of plants. So I would like to share some of those plants with everybody if they have a chance to, if they have some time to sit with me and learn about this. So I'm going to start out with one of my favorite ones. This is now this is going to be difficult because I'm showing you plants in pots that aren't fully grown, but you'll get the idea because I have visuals beside the plants. So this one is one of my favorites. This is a Gerbera daisy. What's really cool about this plant is that this is the second year for this plant for me, because a lot of plants that we buy at nurseries and garden centers we keep outside, and then when the frost comes, the frost kills them, and then we buy them next year. Well, you don't have to do that with this guy, because if you keep him inside in the winter, he will come back like this. Now, the tricky part about this guy is that he flowers right away, because plants like to make sure that they make other plants. So this guy I have 6 of them, and I have to snip off the flowers to make sure that the plant itself is taking care of growing as opposed to making flowers. Now, this is really cool because this is I know Mother's Day is gone, but this is what they look like. This is, yes. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
this is what they look like when they bloom. And the cool thing about this plant is it blooms all year. So this is the second year for this plant, and I have them in a cold room downstairs, which is actually under my front steps. And they just stay there in the winter, and then in the spring, I bring them up. They start blooming right away. I cut back the blooms, and this is what we get. So I'm hoping this week sometime we get to plant these guys.
Nice.
So, okay, so the next one, also, this is a popular plant. This is a geranium.
Oh, nice.
This is the second year for this geranium. And like the daisy, I keep it in the cold room, I cut it back, and then the next year it comes back. So I don't need to go out to a garden center or a nursery and buy these things again, because if I keep them properly, they'll grow again. My favorite, and you will like this, and it goes well with smoothies, is a strawberry. This is the first year for this guy. I have 13 of them. This is the first year for this guy. I'm quite impressed. I was able to keep him going through the winter. It's interesting because plants will grow or will stay alive when it's really dark, and as long as they get a little bit of moisture, they're okay because they go dormant. So this is I like this guy. He's happy. I have a number of them right now. If you check out my classroom on Birds of Ontario, you will see a picture of a mourning dove that is right now nesting in one of my strawberry planters. Yeah, she's been there for 2.5 weeks now. And it's really cool because she's right by my patio door. I let the beagle out and she doesn't care. She's just in there. Okay, so next.
Mr. Graham,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who are watching today who are very interested in seeing Jackson.
I would have, okay, this is going to be a challenge, but here we go. Okay, you
boys
ready?
and girls.
Okay, this is a challenge.
Many of you know about Jackson, Mr. Graham's famous beagle, and I know that Jackson shows up in quite a few lessons. Here we go, going on a tour of Mr. Graham. Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
This is Jackson. Jackson, say hi to people. Say hi. This is Jackson. This is Jackson. This is Jackson. Okay, Jackson doesn't like TV.
Yeah.
But, yeah, okay. Jackson doesn't like TV.
Well, but Jackson was very cute. So thanks so much.
Okay, so the next thing is, well, I've actually shared about Jackson. Orlando can help you understand what he's all about because in the Friday letters, he shared a picture of Charlie, which is his dog. So I shared a picture of Jackson back to him. So if you want to share in your Friday letters to me about your pets, it doesn't have to be a dog, it can be a cat. Mrs. Leland got a new cat.
Okay.
It's really cool. I forget its name. Anyways, it's really cool. It's white. It's got really vivid green eyes. Anyways, so in your Friday letters, if you want to share pets with me, yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a cool thing.
Mr. Graham, your Friday letters is one of the things that your students do. How are the math challenges going that you guys have been up to?
The math challenges are going really, really well. Miss Zorzi, who is one of our kindergarten teachers, and she helps out a lot with my math challenges. I've known Miss Zorzi for years, and 2 years ago, she started to join in with the challenges. It was actually Mackenzie Free who suggested the idea, and she jumped in. It died off because I got a television.
Yes.
So all the bell work was up on the TV, and Miss Zorzi wasn't able to be involved in that. But then we figured a way around that, and then was this opportunity to learn in a different way. Miss Zorzi's back in, and you know what? She is doing really well. Like, I look at some of her answers and going, wow, that's incredible thinking. And she's sharing it with everybody. And it's just really cool.
All right. Well, speaking of jumping in, here's Miss Zorzi to join us on Brant TV.
Miss Zorzi, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm good. I'm quite tired today.
Why are you so tired?
Oh, because I was up late doing my homework. Because I'm winning this week.
Are you winning this week?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And what makes you think that?
Because my thinking went so far beyond what it should be.
Last time you did the math challenge, you really, really did exceptional. I was really impressed. I was really impressed. If you ever need help to do a math challenge, Ferran is a good person to call on. Ravi is a good person to call on. Orlando, you can call on too. Although right now, Orlando is working on a science activity for the classroom. He's the lead teacher in that, which is really cool. Like, we're talking about a 10-year-old who is taking control of my class, leading science. And that's just, I find that incredible, right? It's just simply incredible. But if you need help, reach out to those people. I'm sure there's a lot others in the classroom who can jump in and help. And yeah, I look forward to your answers, because last time, like, you were solid. Once you decide to take this 100% seriously, I think you're going to smoke a lot of my kids.
Oh, I think so too. I think so too, because I'm brilliant.
And humble.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, a little. You have to be sometimes. But I'm ready. I'm ready for every challenge.
You're a number of things, Miss Orsi, and I'm not sure if I would put those in that category. But yeah, let's go with that.
We should go with that.
Yeah.
Thank you both for coming on for Brant TV. I know there's a whole bunch of kids that are in the chat saying hi to Miss Zorzi and Mr. Graham. We're coming up to the end of our episode here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring everyone back out to say bye. So hold on one second. We've got Miss Pelvin and the goats, and Miss Gojmarak and her smoothies, and Mrs. Anderson and her nose whistle. Mrs. Anderson, can you try playing your nose whistle right now? Amazing. So maybe you could play us out as we wave by and I give some final messages. Boys and girls, thanks so much for subscribing to Brant TV. We've had a great day today, and we're going to be doing this every week. So stay tuned. Next Wednesday at 11 a.m., we are going to be back. We'll have some new special guests with some creative ideas to share. Listen, please remember, all of us, we are stuck in our own homes, but we're in this together, Brant Bears. So we miss you all, and we hope everyone's staying safe, that you're being kind, and that you're working hard. So thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. And Mrs. Anderson, why don't you play us out? Bye, everyone. Thank you so much, Mrs. Anderson. Bye, Mr. Graham. Bye, Miss Sorsby. Bye, Miss Gojbrak. Bye, Miss Pelvin.
Bye,
Mrs. Anderson. Bye, everyone.
Bye.